Hello, welcome to Talk Time Anime. I'm your host today, Jordan, and I am with Emon, Lou, and Luca.
Good evening.
The full house today. Oh man. And well, we didn't get a hi from Lou there. I don't think. I think that was another.
Oh, I did. I said hello.
That was actually.
Oh, we got it through. Okay.
He was the only one that did, to be fair.
Exactly.
I apologise.
This slander needs to stop, okay? The slander needs to stop.
We're so used to you not saying anything.
I know. I didn't even hear it. I'm actually muting my ears now. Anyway,
you've told yourself in your head that I don't reply to you when you do that bit.
I didn't. I don't say it in my head. I actually don't hear it. Anyway, we're reviewing chapter 996 today, so 4 chapters from 1,000. Come on, Oda, you can do it. No, we join them at the bathroom or the bath floor, whatever it is. I can't remember now, but it's inside the dome anyway. And it's obviously Otama saved Nami and Usopp. And to be honest, I honestly thought that dog was dead from last episode, but no, they're fine. And
for me, as long as Nami's safe, it's alright.
Right? Yeah,
she
yeah.
just says, "Do you know what?
Yeah.
I'm fine. It's okay."
No, what Nami said as well. She pretty much said that. She was like, "Usopp, are you alright?" And he's like half dead, and she's like, "Well, as long as I'm fine, let's focus on the positives." That was beautiful.
Of course, you just slip over. Yeah.
Of course.
No. I'm a bit hurt to see page 1 being held back by 2 coked up animals. To be fair, but
I want to say it's because Ulti and page 1 are kind of like messing around a bit in terms of the they're still kind of fighting with each other. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like I know like what Otama was saying. She's like, don't belittle them. They're samurai. And it's like, they're a baboon. They got one shot by Luffy.
I was honestly like, please shut the fuck up, please.
And a dog. And I'm like, they should be dead. Like, let's be real. They should be gone. Or like, they're not dead, but they should be beaten.
Zoro trained against those things.
I suppose so. Yeah, that's true. Actually, just wipe them. No, but I'm interested to see where that fight goes because obviously I can't see him beating them, but I don't know who would join in. But yeah, that was a bit of like a kind of anticlimactic thing from last week because I kind of really thought something big was going to happen then. But
we didn't get our crazy theory of Otama turning them against sad times.
Oh man.
Oda's missed the trick there.
He has missed the trick.
He has missed the trick.
Oh man. But no, we move on, and we actually finally, after because the last chapter we didn't go to him at all, but we finally got back to Yamato, and oh my god, she is struggling a bit, but she's wrecking. Like I'll give her that. Like she is wrecking, and there's an interesting thing where obviously she's facing who's his name? Sasaki, is it? The captain guy, yeah, and they're having a pretty good fight by the looks of it. I feel like that might be a fight we see properly later on, potentially. But that interesting bit of like, it looks like Yamato will be a dragon, which I think we mentioned before, or like she's going to have some kind of animalistic dragon powers. Because there's that little panel in between of like, obviously, I don't know, like, right, so obviously her teeth go, but when I first saw the panel, I thought her skin went scaly, but I don't know if that's just scratches. Like
it looks like the scratches.
Yeah. I thought it went at first I thought it went scaly, and I was like, holy shit, lizard person, reptile.
You're like another prehistoric.
Fully. But no, but that's definitely something interesting. But then obviously Frankie comes in again to save the day. He does a lot this art by the looks of it. But he brings that big boy, what's his name? Hatcher. With him. They have that big clash. First time, what's his name? Yamato meets Frankie, and as usual,
love the interaction.
Oh,
I love that interaction.
It's so good. It's the standard thing of like the minute Frankie knows, she knows Luffy. Yeah, that's just it.
Okay, the thing is, an enemy could easily deceive you so easily.
Yeah.
Luffy, would you do this?
Oh my god!
I am Luffy's best friend.
Yeah, he's like, Frankie the cyborg, take this. And it's like, Luffy put me in charge. Like, oh, okay then. Well, if Luffy said it.
I do like how she has to address him as the cyborg.
The cyborg. Oh my god! Honestly, I like her character so far. Obviously, there's still a lot to see of her, but she seems really interesting. So, I'm looking forward to seeing more of her. And obviously, her little speech with Shinobu saying like, Shinobu's like, if you're a samurai, you'll save Momonosuke. but it's like.
But if you're Odin,
But if you're Odin, you save like basically all of them. So that was a really cool moment for her. But hopefully we see more. But yeah, then obviously she's like, "Oh, I didn't think of going underground or whatever." When Frankie blasts the thing through, and then she obviously ends it with the bloody what is it? What's it called? Where is it? I've got it here. Nari Kabura arrow. And it just like uppercuts the big giant and one shots him basically, and like I was like, okay, because I still feel like she's going to be pretty strong, right? I was a bit when it turned out, and she was a bit scratched up.
If you're the kid of Kaida, you have to be strong.
Yeah. But that's why when it come in, and I know she wasn't like beat or nothing, but when she was like all scratched up, and I was a bit like, oh, maybe she's not as like OP as what we're thinking. But then obviously she's one shot that she clearly has another form, so she's clearly still got a lot in her locker. So it's still too early to like. Yeah.
Potentially goes to show that this Saskai Tokurobo person is maybe one of the stronger ones.
Yeah, him and his little armor division might be stronger than we think, kind of thing.
Yeah, so, the way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does it.
But no,
scaling.
Yeah, so far we can't really tell, but positive signs is like hits and misses. I'm sure we'll know by the end of the arc where to scale her or like whereabouts she probably sits in terms of like say the crew and everything.
And she says to him at the end as well, like, you're the one who must guide the world to the new dawn.
Yep.
I'm hoping that means she's potentially in the mindset to join the crew as well.
I hope so. I hope she's
hereafter.
The only thing is also about, obviously, I think we've said about it before, and I think it's been generally said like within the community and like Annie Square and stuff, is like, if she does hold so closely Odin's ideals, Odin was always wanted to go out kind of thing. Even though he was obviously to protect Wano primarily, it was also like to go out. And I feel like obviously that's the
trained up for so long.
It's literally symbolic, right? Like it's written like that. It feels.
And she said she'd met Ace as well before, and Ace had told her about the outside and stuff like that.
That's true. Yeah. So there's still loads of story to be added with them, with Yamato. So I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, anyway, then we get to my favourite part of the chapter, boys. Second basement floor. We finally get Law back, and he's wiping someone out, looking cool as shit as usual. One of his best suits for a while. But he's having the flashback, or a little bit of a flashback with his conversation with Corazon, about the D's. So like being known as the people of D. Being known as enemies of the gods and stuff. And then all of a sudden he's like on the second basement floor, so one below, and he's just looking up, and he's there by the poneglyph. And it's like, oh, okay, that's where he's been doing then. But then it has a flashback to he's having a conversation with Robin, and he reveals that his full name is Water D. Law. So he says that like he's the only one. She's the only one. He would tell. And she basically says like thank you for that, but basically she doesn't have the answers either. But she lets him know that like the red poneglyphs are the ones that most likely have the answers to that. And obviously the one he found isn't a red one. But I hope he got a print of it or something. Yeah, for Robin at least. Yeah. And like the crew and all that kind of thing.
It's important for him because it gives him like a sense of purpose again after Kaido. So.
I honestly, I love that panel. I love it like in terms of like, just because for me it's like, as we've chatted about before, like, I mean, maybe he still will, right? But our big thing was like, we really thought Law might not make it past this arc because since the Dressrosa arc, and he has been in it quite a bit since Dressrosa, really, like, and it's like, other than Whole Cake, obviously, but like, he's been one of the focal characters of One Piece, but we haven't known what his goal is. Like, I still felt like it was like Pirate King because of the fact that how he reacted in Sabaody, but we had no evidence of that. Now to have this is so good for me anyway. Like, because if he's the one to discover this, I would be gassed as like a Law fan, right? Like, I think that would be so sick. But I hope he can. I hope we get more on that, and I hope this is really like how Oda plans to use him going forward, kind of thing. But yeah, that was a really good panel. That was a really good moment, like for him to come back with as well.
No one's been asking that question. Like Robin is more about the history of the world.
Yeah, this is it.
Specifically,
she's obviously interested in it, but she's not like fully thing. Whereas like,
she's got her own backstory and questions.
Mhm.
You know, so
Yeah. So
He's the only person in the world that's actually taken any interest in finding out why they're called, why the D means something, what it does mean.
and we said it before as well because I think we saw it on Twitter and stuff. But it was like it's pretty adamant that he's talking about that as well because of the fact that he calls it he wants to know the meaning of this checkered fate. And that's how Sengoku actually thinks in his head. That's what he calls like he says, like the people of D have this checkered fate. So and everyone was wondering, like in a way, like even me, as to why say Law has that name, right? Like because obviously Luffy looks like he's going to be like a fucking reincarnation of Goldie Roger, right? Or like a fucking the chosen one. Like the more it goes on, but why was Law one? So maybe that's what Law is. Like he's gonna discover the secret behind it and stuff like that. That's what's gonna make him kind of special to the story.
yeah, I've had this like long-term thought that like obviously we don't know the backstory with Dragon and stuff, but I've always believed that I think most people do that Dragon and Goldie Roger are somewhat connected. And I can see Law becoming like the parallel of Dragon. Like
right, yeah.
You know, maybe not, like Luffy or Goldie to become the Pirate King, but like he's very political, very
I see what you're saying. Like, especially if he finds out the truth, it could really like set him up to be like, I can see that. To be fair,
that sort of
like,
background influencer character, you know.
It would give him a reason to like fight if he found out the meaning potentially and stuff like that kind of thing. No, I can see that. He's got the brains for it kind of thing. But
yeah, that's what I mean. He's more brains.
That kind of character. No, that's fair. Yeah. That'd be sick. To be fair, I'd take that. Well, supposing like I was thinking he's gonna die at the beginning, like for fucking ages now. I'd take anything. But yeah, it's nice. Anyway, I could talk about Law all day, but let's move on to the third floor, where Kid, and we finally see Kid and Killer again. I can't believe this.
I love this scene.
Yeah, and we wonder where they've been all this time, and they've been collecting metal and stuff from all around the castle to bring up to fucking Kaido.
He's like, do you think this is enough metal? Like you can never have enough for Kaido.
So yeah, literally the strongest pirate on the seas. So good.
And I love that he's going straight for the top again. Like we really are going to get. I think we are going to get the big three because Law seems like he's done down there now.
Yeah. Where's he going to go next?
He might go back up.
I'm still telling you now, it's going to be the Supernovas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's set up for it, isn't it? So
I'm set up for. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too far into it, kind of thing. But I feel like even if Law's not there at the beginning, he's going to be there at a critical moment, right? Like in terms of because he's so far below now, he'll be like Law and say Luffy and Kid might fight him, but then he'll do something to like help or like change the tide a bit. Yeah. Like, because his power is just so fucking helpful in that kind of situation, even as like a support. It's mad. That's my prediction anyway. Like, I feel like he's going to come in a bit clutch potentially, Law. But then Zoro wants to get there. Big Mom wants to get there. Like, fucking hell.
Yeah. So what's happened to Marco?
That'd be crazy. Man.
Marco's definitely going to be the one to solve that. That infection thing. But yeah, what is he going to do?
Robin and stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, then we obviously see Kanaimon and the samurai getting pretty wrecked now by Kaido in his human form. That panel of Kaido, I want to give a shout out to that if no one's seen it. That's raw. The one of his face where he's just like batting or whatever. Yeah. That is sick. Like that's one of the best for me anyway. I don't know why. It's just such raw.
Man's no longer afraid of the shadow of
Odin. Yep, it's true. He's just going all out, and it's like. Well, we predicted that they were going to get pretty wiped eventually, but yeah, it's not even.
Kid might need more metal, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
I think he will. I think that's a guarantee.
Do you reckon he could like, like Frankie's big robot? Do you reckon he could attract that as well? Big Frankie head on
like
yeah.
General Frankie.
Yeah, General Frankie at the tip of the punch or something. That'd be sick.
Like like the drill bit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna become like Gurren
Lagann. I think Marco might fix the problem, and then I reckon we'll see maybe him fight King.
I'd love that so much. An aerial fight.
If we're basing it Go on.
On the side.
Huh?
Remember the Sanji?
Yeah. Sanji, I don't know who he's going to end up fighting. That fucking end panel as well of Sanji. Well, before I say that, I'll say about Big Mom, obviously, coming through, and everyone's concerned because they're all like on the floor of the, was it second floor or the performance floor? Where everyone's infected, and Big Mom's coming now, and everyone's like, well, this is the last fucking thing we need. But then obviously it's, she's like, I'm not interested, basically. I'm going straight to Kaido. And so is obviously Luffy. But then, then Sanji at the end, his sounds like a
pulled away by a woman.
A woman again. I mean, I think was it Lou that said about like could it potentially be like Black Maria? And I'm like, yeah, maybe. Like maybe that's how she gets pulled into this because it's been a few chapters about her.
She was singing last time we saw her.
So. So
that would make sense.
Person singing there.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. No, it doesn't sound like singing though. That's the thing. Like,
no, but it's still quite flirty.
Yeah, flirty. Yeah, it is flirty. Yeah. So
and
maybe
she is quite flirty. So
yeah.
I also think.
But then look, Sanji's not going to stand a chance against that. Let's be fair. He's not going to land a punch or a kick. Like.
Well, yeah, that's his biggest weakness.
Yeah, that's his biggest weakness. He can't do anything against that.
Maybe this is where he overcomes his weakness.
Yeah, it's his character development time.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Never be cool.
That ain't ever happening, boys. I'm sorry to say. I mean, fucking hell, the beginning of this arc was like, oh my god, boys, we're in a massive war. Where's Sanji gone? Oh, he's gone to the brothel. Sick. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, man has commitments. Okay?
How to say again?
Man has commitments. That's it.
Yeah, he has something. Yes,
his crew's in trouble.
Yeah.
How much money do you think Sanji would spend on OnlyFans a month in One Piece?
Oh my god! If social media like that
created it,
he'd spend so much. Nami would be more angry at the amount of money he spent than any joke he ever made about.
Oh, but to be fair though, this could be a good segue because like people used to love it, and we get it a bit less with Sanji now. But like how Sanji used to like go off on his own, like in Alabasta and in like even like Enies Lobby and stuff, and used to kind of go away and then come in clutch later on these solo missions and stuff. This could be a good segue for him to break from the main group, but then come in clutch later or something like that. Yeah. Like come up with something. So maybe something like that. It's a weird one because as we were saying, we're really trying to figure like a matchup for him and stuff, and like obviously he's had a few kind of clashes with like King and stuff, and Drake, which is now on their side. But like
I'm just thinking, like, if the Supernovas do go, the people that we had fighting Queen in our predictions, so like Kid, or Kid and Killer and stuff like that, if they're all going up to Kaido, that means you've got like King, who's not got anyone to fight unless it's Marco.
Yeah.
Queen hasn't got anyone, and then the other headliners. Like,
I don't know how this is gonna work
Diamond
out.
Josie,
Jozu and that, If the fleet or the Whitebeard pirates turn up, that's a wrap, boys.
If Barton turn up, Cavendish is.
Oh man, peak fiction.
Might be the best arc ever.
Yeah, for me, like I know a lot of people on Twitter. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying like basically like it's not up there. It's a good arc, but it's not up there. But for me, it is like if they don't finish it right, they don't like end it right, then fair play kind of thing, or they don't live up to the hype they're building. But oh my god, man, this arc so far has just been fucking heat. I loved it. I've been loving it.
I want to see, talking about the fleet, I want to see in the future a fight where Cavendish can use his alter ego freely.
Yeah. We haven't seen him in ages. Like, that's the thing. We don't know what they'll be like now. But yeah, it would be nice.
Moment where he can use that freely and doesn't attack anyone, like any of his like friendlies. It would be crazy.
He'll be mad strong. Nah, he will be. Yeah. Oh man, no, but that was a really fun chapter. I think.
It was.
I enjoyed it a lot. Obviously, I got my lore bit coming and stuff like that, so I can't complain. And like got some nice panels, and then obviously saw Kid and stuff. Me and Luca had a bet on if Laura Kid would turn up. And I won that bet by the end of the year.
Jordan saw spoilers.
Yeah, I saw the leaked lore
when
panel.
He made the bet.
And Luca's like, I'm putting 25 down on them not appearing before the end of the year, and I went, I'll take that bet. That's safe. as I come 5 seconds from looking at a spoiler by accident. Oh man! I tell you what though, I was gonna be like, if that spoiler is like a fake one and it's like from another panel before or something I forgot about, and I turn that chapter on and he's not there, I want to be so pissed. No, they all turn up. It was a good chapter. We had a nice Yamato bit. To be honest, actually, that was almost like a pretty perfect chapter for me. I really enjoyed that. I think
this is what I mean. At the moment, last few chapters, it's moved at like a really good pace.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's been really good.
All I'm saying is chapter 1000 is actually going to be crazy. Like the way that this is picking up.
I really hope he does
the way
it.
it's set up.
I really hope he makes it hope he lives up to the hype. I really do. Because he's the fact that Oda's even hyped for it is what's hyping the fans up and that. And if it's just like not even like being harsh on this chapter, but if it's like a chapter even of this, it's gonna be a bit disappointing, right? Like in terms of like if it's a few appearances and stuff like something major's got to happen, like a big.
Someone's gonna turn up, 100%.
A turn up or a reverie, something like like another cutback to someone else, something like Sabo, a reveal about Sabo or something like what's going on with him. It needs to be something major, basically. Even maybe something to do with Yamato, potentially, like, in terms of like something to do with her story. But no, I'm enjoying it. I think I'd rate that chapter. I can't give it a 10, I feel. I want to give it a 9.5, but I think I'll give it a 9. I think I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I think I was going to give it a 9.
I think I'm going to do that.
I will.
8.5.
I'll be the one to give it a 9.5 because
it was lore finally turned up.
I got kid crumbs, so I'm happy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I think about the lore thing. Now I'm going to give it a 9.5 as well. Fuck it, because like the fact that I've been waiting, years for fucking lore to get that fucking thing since Dressrosa. I've been waiting for him to get that renewed goal. And he's fucking got it now. And those panels were cold, kind of thing. I mean, if I saw more of him wrecking people, I would have been happier. That would have made it a 10. But no, that was really cool. But good chapter overall. If all the chapters leading up to 1000 are going to be this heat, then we are definitely in for a treat. And I hope Oda can fulfill his goal because he clearly really wants to do it. But no, if you enjoyed that video, thank you for watching. Leave a like. We do this every week, so if you did enjoy it, then please consider subscribing. We cover other manga. Obviously, it was on break this week, but we cover My Hero. Where we react to anime episodes, such as Jujutsu Kaisen and Haikyuu. Which Haikyuu should be coming later this week, or like earlier this week, sorry. It's what, Sunday now? When this should go up. So yeah. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, we hope to see you in the next one, and peace.